What's up, everyone? I just want to go live to share my sort of my experience about like I don't know. I found out I'm allergic to gluten, and for the longest time I didn't know that. I thought that I always thought that I had digestion problems, or that that I might have had OBS, or I'm sorry, not OBS. I might have had irritable bowel syndrome or Crohn's disease. I thought that was what I thought was going on, but actually, and I haven't been to the doctor or anything, but I just kind of tried cutting out bread myself. I kind of tried it. I just stopped eating bread, and I just started eating gluten-free bread if I wanted, to eat bread or anything like that. And it just really seems like it really oh gosh. It ever since I stopped eating bread and all that, I have like so much more energy. I just feel like better. I just feel like, I don't know, it's kind of bizarre, or not bizarre, but it's kind of surreal. I just feel like I never knew that, that I had gluten intolerance, and I guess it's just sort of shocking to find out that I lost a couple of jobs because whenever you do eat gluten, if you have like a severe food allergy, it can really mess you up and kind of keep you on the toilet for a long time. And randomly that would happen to me, and I would just be like, man, am I having digestion issues? Do I need digestive enzymes? Do I have Crohn's? Do I have irritable bowel syndrome? And it was none of that. It was just every time that I ate bread, I would get so bloated and sick, and I'd have to use the bathroom a lot. And now that I quit eating bread, that literally doesn't happen anymore. And it's kind of just like, it's kind of crazy, dude. I mean, I just didn't know what it was. I thought I had some sort of a digestive issue or something. People even try to tell me that it was because of how much how much alcohol I've drank in the past, and how much I've smoked in the past, cigarettes. People try to tell me that was why I had stomach issues, and I believed it for a while, but then I kind of quit smoking cigarettes and I quit drinking, and I was still having stomach issues. So yeah, the thing about it is that I thought I couldn't digest certain foods, but really what it is yeah, I have gluten intolerance, and it's insane. I never knew that. It's kind of cool to find that out. I mean, if I went to the doctor, I don't really know what he could tell me other than, just don't eat bread. I don't really know what else I would have to do. But yeah, I'm just kind of glad that I found that out, because I've already lost 2 jobs because of this. And I'm sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. So I'm trying to do multiple things at once. But yeah, first I worked at Papa John's Pizza, and gosh, talk about eating a lot of bread. I mean, Papa John's, everything there is bread. Like, if I decided to eat lunch there or buy something there off discount, it was bread, dude. It was gonna make me sick. And I can't tell you how many times I had to call into work because of that. And I just lost so much money. And you know, it sucked because I mean, Papa John's, it's whatever. It kind of sucks. It's kind of shit. It's kind of a bad job, but you know, I was missing a lot. I was missing out on making money because I had to use the restroom for just, you know, I even had to explain to one of the managers. They were like, "Yeah, why are you calling in so many times?" And I was just like, "Man, every now and then I just can't stop using the bathroom for whatever reason." And or it's like I feel like I have to use the bathroom, or I feel like I'm really bloated and I have a lot of gas, and then nothing happens, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like I have to use the bathroom and take a huge dump, and then nothing comes out. Like, I don't take the dump. I just wind up remaining bloated and sick, and it's just like, yeah, I thought I had a digestive problem, but you know, I don't have health insurance. I don't have, you know, so at that time they were just trying to give me you know, natural remedies to sort of help me out. And I definitely, you know, I quit that job. I don't want to talk about why I quit that job, but I lost another job because of the same issue. I, you know, was, you know, calling in sick to work because I had to use the bathroom, man. And it's just like, you know, now that I realize that it's because I was gluten-free, it's like, man, I had, you know, that I needed to be gluten-free. Now that I realize that I needed to be gluten-free, it's like, I never needed to lose a job, dude. Like, I never had to, like, suffer because of that. You know what I mean? Had I known that that's all that it was, I could have gone to the doctor and got a doctor's note and, you know, kept my job. Because it was a cool job. I worked at a vape shop. I worked at a local vape shop, and definitely just they didn't believe me. They didn't believe that I had digestive problems, so that was problematic. You know, and I get it. They think that I'm calling in just to have fun, or that I don't take my job seriously, but that wasn't the case. I definitely hate when people assume things like that, but what can you do? Yeah. I wonder if comments. Let's see. Yeah, I totally, you know, I just can't believe, like, you know, I just can't believe how much better I'm doing. Actually, since I stopped eating bread, I have so much more energy. I feel excited about getting a job. I feel excited about, you know, I can't stress to you, like, how debilitating the pain was, and not knowing that I had gluten intolerance. I mean, that's kind of like, you know, not knowing that I had a gluten intolerance and then working at Papa John's and then eating, you know, getting used to eating a lot of pizza and stuff. That's like being allergic to peanuts and, like, not knowing. I mean, I guess it's not as life-threatening as being allergic to peanuts, but I just mean that it was debilitating, dude. It was horrible. The pain was, I was bloated, I was sick, I couldn't use the bathroom, and it felt like I had to use the bathroom, and it was just like, I don't know if you've ever had, like, issues with food allergies, but it's insanely annoying. It really can put a damper in your plans. If anything does go wrong, that was what was going on with me, that I was, you know, having issues using the bathroom and stuff. It's kind of crazy, but, you know, what can you do? I mean, I gotta figure it out. You know, I really want to move to Los Angeles, and I guess I'm gonna try and start doing more live streams, and I may try to start a campaign. If you guys want to help me pay to go to Los Angeles, that'd be pretty cool. I might try to do that. the reason I want to live in Los Angeles is just because it's, you know, Hollywood. I've always wanted to be in show business. I play music. I think I'm sort of comedic, and I dabble in all sorts of things, and certainly not uneducated, but the thing is, it's so expensive there. And definitely, I really would love for people to help me figure out a way to make that happen, or at least, I mean, if anybody watches this video and you know about an Airbnb, or you know somewhere I could stay, or I don't know how soon I can make this happen, but I definitely, you know, because I gotta save up money. I literally have no money, and that's not an exaggeration. I recently lost my job, and things have just been a little depressing. But you know what, man, I'm really trying to make that an issue for anybody else, but just the thing about it is things happen. I mean, you know, people, you know, it's like, to me, the way I feel about it, it's like I got in a car accident and I suffered a debilitating injury and I didn't have health insurance, you know what I mean? It's like shit, it's stuff that happens that you don't, like, there's no way to prevent it, you know what I mean? So it just happened. I was literally doing the worst thing imaginable for myself possible in terms of my health. And I didn't even realize it. I thought that I had digestive issues or something. And something that I always noticed is that, you know, I haven't always been gluten-free, but when I was younger, I did have issues with bread and stuff. Like, eating bread kind of always made me sick and tired and stuff. And so, like, I just remember in high school, I went vegan for like 2 years, and basically I never had issues. Like, I never had digestive issues. I was never sick. And I think that's because a lot of vegan bread is naturally gluten-free. I mean, sourdough bread I believe is gluten-free, right? Maybe it's not. I could be wrong, but I mean, you know, I think because, you know, vegan bread, correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody knows, you know, gluten, I believe, is, you know, manufactured in facilities that also manufacture dairy and dairy and egg products. So that would be not vegan. But, you know, if I'm wrong about that, somebody please tell me. But basically, in high school, when I was vegan, I never had these sorts of issues either. It just was like, you know, I didn't have gluten, I didn't have issues when I ate bread, I didn't feel sick. It was like, yeah, I don't know, maybe that's true, I don't know, maybe vegan bread is naturally gluten-free, I don't know, it sure seems that way. That was how it seemed to me when I was vegan for a while. And I mean vegan, I was strict vegan. I didn't eat eggs, I didn't eat cheese, I didn't eat fish, I didn't drink milk, I had nothing. I was a strict vegan, dude. And you know, I don't know, dude, that's just if you haven't tried it, if you think it's difficult, it really isn't. It's really just like, I don't know, the way I see it is like, if you're too lazy to like invest in your health or like care about what you eat, then, you know, the vegan lifestyle is like not gonna be for you. So you'd be better like maybe rearranging your philosophy. Of course, if that's not your, you know, if that's not your jib, you know, being vegan is just, it just takes a lot of discipline, and that's all I'll say about it. I mean, if you don't think you can go vegan, that's completely understandable, but it's not difficult at all. And, you know, people talk about how, oh, I won't get B12 or certain vitamins, but You can supplement literally anything. All you got to do is research. I don't understand, why people make it the deal about, you're not going to get all your vitamins and minerals when that's clearly not why people aren't vegan. People just aren't vegan because they're too lazy to be vegan, dude. Like, that's all it is. And I'm not vegan, but definitely when I was vegan, I was one of those stereotypical vegans where I had to tell everybody that I was vegan. And, that's just, hey, what can you do, man? I just was vegan and I was really proud of it, man. It was one of those things. God, and I was vegan, and I was vegan after high school. So like from like 2007 to like 2012, I was. Well, I guess it was more than 2 years, but yeah, I wasn't strict. I was strict vegan only for like 2 years, but for like all those years from like 2007 to 2012, and that was when I started eating meat again. But up until then, I was vegetarian or pescatarian. Like, I would eat fish randomly every now and then, and I would still eat dairy and cheese and stuff, but it's just crazy how, as a vegetarian, you don't, there's not go-tos like pizza. You know what I mean? And pizza, if you have sort of like a food allergen anyway, is going to make you sick. So, kind of like, I just really didn't eat a lot of bread. I'm seeing now, like, when I was a vegetarian, I just didn't eat a lot of bread, and that's why I wasn't sick. I was able to maintain a job. I was able to like do all sorts of things, but yeah, I don't really want to be honest, I don't want to be stuck in Beaumont, Texas forever. I have family in California, and I also have some friends in California, and I've said it before, I really want to move to Los Angeles, California. I really want to start playing shows there. I want to start working there. I want to just start doing all kinds of things there and meeting people, and hopefully meeting people in the industry. But, I mean, it's the sort of thing where I just have to keep doing this sort of stuff, to make it happen. And I realized that, but that was definitely the reason I wasn't streaming. And for like the last 2 weeks, I spent a lot of time like really trying to get to the bottom of like why I didn't have energy for my streams, or why I was sick, or why I had so much stomach pain. And so yeah, I just, I remember an interview with Jordan Peterson where he said that he just stopped eating bread, and he sort of, he felt like afterwards he wasn't as depressed and he wasn't as tired. He felt like he had more energy. I feel the same way. I feel like ever since I've cut out bread, I'm not having any digestive issues. I'm not tired, and I guess it's kind of weird that I don't really like to stream, or really, I don't really like to do anything if I feel sick. And the irony of it is I've been sick for like, God, I quit being a vegetarian in like 2012, 2013, so I've been eating all wrong for like almost 5 years, almost a decade. So I just realized that I need to be gluten free, and it's insane because it's such a simple thing. And I was telling my parents, when I lived in Austin, I used to bake my own bread. I used to go to the grocery store. I used to buy the gluten myself to put it in the bread to bake it. Little did I know, I was sealing my own fate by putting that gluten in that bread. And the thing, it's just like ever since high school I can remember having issues with my stomach, and it's so crazy. Like, I just stopped eating bread and I'm not having any issues. It's like, whoa. It's like, yeah, it's like enlightenment or something. It's like not enlightenment, but it's just like, I don't have to suffer anymore. I don't have to, like, you know, constantly have stomach pains and, like, not have energy and not want to go out and hang out with friends. And it's a pretty important change in my life. It's a pretty important change, and eating healthy has always been a big part of my life. And like I said, I went vegan and vegetarian for a while, but it's one of those things where you don't know that eating bread is problematic unless, you know, you have some sort of a food allergen. Or that's the only, I mean, obviously that's the only case in which it would be, but I'm saying, even as a vegetarian or a vegan, sometimes you get away, you think in your mind, well, there's nothing else to eat here, I'll eat bread. It's still not a good idea. You might have gluten allergies, which, it's just crazy to think about that I went so long not knowing that the reason I was feeling sick and stuff was because I was eating too much bread. And now, you know, I just think to myself, it really just seems like, you know, there just seems like the possibilities are endless. I don't feel sick. I don't feel tired. I don't feel depressed. I feel hopeful. I feel joyful. It's just crazy to me, dude. It's just crazy to me how how changing your life's decisions, like life choices, like diet and stuff, can really make an impact for the better. And it's just really humbling. I can't believe how much time I've wasted eating bread and pizza and hot dogs and burgers and stuff, you know, and like not realizing how sick I was making myself. Now it's just like, oh, I can eat all that. It just has to be gluten free. It's just like, whoa. It's like one of those things where it's like you have been given the key to, like, reality or something like that. At least that's how I feel, man. At least with my diet, I have the key to my perfect diet to fit my personal chemistry and biology, and, you know, my internal chemistry and biology. And it's just like, I couldn't be happier, to be honest. I really couldn't be happier. It's one of those, it's like, I feel like I'm talking in circles, but I'm just so excited about how, like, it's just crazy, dude, because I drank so heavily, you know, from the years 2012 to like a year ago. I drank so heavily. I drank so much because I must not have realized I was self-medicating the stomach pains. And I drank so heavily, dude. It's just like, this is like the aha moments of all aha moments for me, where I've realized a lot of pain and suffering, you know, in my personal life, you know, in terms of health, it all came from eating bread. And it's just, now that I know that, I just feel like I said, I feel like the possibilities are endless, dude. I feel like I could do literally anything. I feel like it's just weird. It's like finally feeling like a normal person. It's kind of crazy. Well, yeah, I guess I just wanted to share that, man. It's really important, and you're definitely going to start hearing from me a lot more often. Definitely. Definitely. But I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. I'm going to leave this vlog up on my YouTube and my Twitch for people to check out, and yeah. I'm gluten-free, man. I couldn't be happier. This is happening. My life's moving forward.